Hello everyone and welcome back to Commander Clash. This week it's time for some Final Fantasy. Let's see what everyone's running.
Hey, it's Phil and I'm bringing Sephiroth Fabled Soldier, which is just a power crab blood artist as a commander. That's disgusting.
This week, Misery is truly back on the menu. We're playing the main baddie of Final Fantasy VI in Kefka, which I kind of merged a Gerson Starn / Nico Bola style play together and threw in wizards and lots of Final Fantasy IX love.
Hey, it's Tomer, and since Vivi is arguably the strongest commander from the set, I decided to challenge myself and build a $100 budget list, not counting the commander, which is ridiculously priced.
I'm Seth, and I'm playing Choco the Chocobo, mostly because I think Chocobo's a really fun word to say, but also my deck's got a bunch of birds and might put a bunch of lands into play and stuff will happen.
This show is brought to you by our sponsors. You can purchase all the accessories we use on the show over at ultimateguard.com, and you can purchase all your guards over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. You can also support us by buying some merch over at mtggoldfishmerch.com or directly through Patreon at patreon.com/mtggoldfish, where we post exclusive content like deck tours and post Commander Clash wrap-ups.
4, 3, 2, 1, Clash on!
Yahoo! All right, I will take my draw.
Tomer clashing on is my favorite part of the episode. So enthusiastic, I love it.
Krim cringing every time is my favorite.
That also is pretty
I've
good.
actually
Or
got-
saying
I
random
take a
words.
delight from it.
I pass after playing Xander's Lounge.
Oh boy, of course he's on Grixis.
I mean, look,
Grixis.
I am playing Kefka, so don't worry.
We just gotta not let it flip. The backside seems kind of busted.
Sulphur Falls, tapped, pass. That's my trial hand, but it's
all
dual
right.
land.
I will draw a card.
I mean,
I'm
Sephiroth,
going
by
to-
the way. Comments.
Play a Prismatic Vesta.
It's
Crack a
not Sephiroth,
Prismatic
it's
Vesta.
Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't played the game. I just know him as the Smash character.
You have to
the
change
Smash
fake
character.
Latin every single time you cast him.
I'm getting a force and I'm playing my first bird. Bird of Paradise, which makes a mana, and then you can go. I'm going to get a forest and tap it here in a minute. There we go.
Ooh, a 1-drop. Well, that changes things.
Whoa.
I'm going to play a Swamp then, and a Greedy Freebooter. When it dies, I
Hey,
scry one and
dork.
create a treasure, and go.
Seems good with
Okay.
Sephiroth.
Popping
I'm
off.
gonna draw.
Gonna sacrifice that to Sephiroth.
Sephiroth. I'm gonna go ahead and play Command Tower then. I'm gonna spend 2 of it to play my own mana dork, if you would, in Nightscape Familiar. And then I will pass the turn.
I've never seen that
Ooh.
art in my life.
Me
Yeah,
either.
it's
That's
a
gotta be
sweet
Secret
one.
Lair.
It's from Secret Lair, yeah.
Okay, this is going to be also some ramp of my own. This is Richard style ramp. I'm going to play Search for Ascanta.
Hey.
Beginning of your upkeep, you surveil 1. And then if you have 7 more cards in your graveyard, you can transform Search for Ascanta. And the backside is a land. And then I pass.
Okay, so Seth, are you now, you know who my commander is.
Yeah, he's the laughy guy. He says,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Says
yeah. I remember that.
Oh, yeah, I need
remember
to watch
guy.
that Patreon.
I remember
Did a
that
little
dude.
Playthrough.
Yeah, he's the funny guy. So don't kill me.
I don't know who to be scared of. I'm just Chocobo. I'm cute little Chocobo. I'm the most harmless deck here.
Seth is deflecting so hard.
Deflect this. Judge is familiar. It's a 1-mana 1/1 with flying that I can sacrifice to counter an instant or sorcery unless its controller pays 1. And then I
rude.
go ahead.
Wow.
It's been so long since I've seen that card.
I know. Used to be good. And
It feels
I'm
great
gonna
as a
play
Spellslinger
S1.
deck to see that and just be like,
Oh,
single
you're
time.
You're good.
Be like, do you play the 1?
You're playing
I'm
Vivi.
gonna
You
play
can make
a
50 mana.
Bitter Blossom.
Woohoo!
Every upkeep,
That's
fairy, and a
anti-bitter
life loss.
blossom.
And I'm going to swing in a Toma there because he's open.
Yeah.
And he's Vivi.
And go.
All right, then. I'm going to untap. I'm going to draw. After this season, I do actually pay attention now, and I'm looking at everybody's board. Okay.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to play Urborg.
That's a
because
secret.
I'm not
never
trying
look
to
at
help
anybody's board.
y'all anymore. Okay. And then Tomer,
Yeah.
My buddy, did I mention Final Fantasy IX is one of my favorite games? Did I ever tell you about that?
It is a great game. It has Vivi in it.
I'm glad we all agree because I'm going to play Kuja,
The heck?
Genome Sorcerer. At the beginning of your end step, create a tapped 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this token casts deals 1 damage to each opponent. Then if you control 4 or more wizards, transform Kuja.
And it is a wizard itself, right? So you only need 3 other wizards? Okay.
But the backside, for those that want to know, it's not as crazy.
It's not
yeah,
that good, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it just doubles the damage of all my wizards.
Kind of seems kind of scary in the right deck here. But
I'm going to hit Tomer for 1. Actually, that's a lie. I'm going to hit the Bitter Blossom player for 1 because this may be my last chance to do that.
Yeah, them tokens are coming.
Send the message.
I'm going to end my turn, make a wizard token, and which, by the way, this is Black Mage Doll 1, and then I pass.
Are we Black Mage buddies? Because I'm also playing
Exactly,
a Final Fantasy
Tomer.
IX.
Yeah, what
That's
do we got?
Commander.
2 Spellslinger decks?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a spell slut. You'll see.
Upkeep trigger, I'm going to surveil 1. Okay, the Judge's Familiars, it's only instants and sorceries.
Only instant or
Okay,
sorceries,
okay,
yeah.
okay. I'm gonna put
and it has
that
to
on
sack
top.
itself, so it's a one shot. It's not sticking around or anything.
I'll put that on top because you can't counter
Honestly,
it.
if it makes you feel better, Tomer, I don't really want to sack it. I want birds on the battlefield. So unless it's something very bad,
okay.
I would rather have the bird, yeah.
I feel like you'd just be like, this is funny, and then you'll just counter my stuff. Because I would do
Well,
that.
That has happened in the past to Tomer.
You did.
So I could see.
You did comment
Yeah, I
your
could
strip
see
mine
that.
me. I still remember that stuff. I didn't forget. Okay, we're going to cast something cool. Brass's Tunnel Grinder.
Zach Judge's
when it-
familiar?
No.
Yeah, well, please.
it's not even an instant sorcery.
I don't know. He dissed me.
Homer's
instantly.
sweat,
I don't
though.
know. Discard any number of cards and draw that number of cards. At the beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, put a boar counter on it. Then if there are 3 or more boar counters on it, remove those counters and transform it. So we're going to get rid of Refuse to Cooperate and Drown Yard Temple.
No, value.
Then I'm going to draw 3 cards.
Richard.
Drown Yard Temple can be returned for 3 mana.
Some ramp from the graveyard.
Witness me, Richard. Witness me. And then
I'm
pass.
surprised Richard doesn't play that. It seems very Richardy. At the end of your turn, Tomer, I'm going to tap 2 manas, and I'm going to play a Chocobo, Ambrosia White Heart. It's a 2/2 with flash. It can bounce something back to my hand. I'm not going to do that. And then it has landfall. It gets +1/+0 until end of turn.
Are
But
you
it's a
sure you
bird.
don't want to bounce your bird back like your Birds of Paradise?
I would not like to bounce any of my birds. And then I won't untap and draw. I just want birds on the battlefield.
What does your commander do again?
We're about to find out. I'm going to play Thespian
God.
Stage, and I'm going to tap
Good to
white,
hear.
blue, green, and Thespian Stage, and we're going to play my commander. I mostly wanted to play this deck just because I like saying Chococo the Chocobo. It's a fun thing to say. So I have Chocobo the Chocobo. It's a 3/5 bird. It says whenever 1 or more birds you control attack, look at that many cards from the top of your library. You can put 1 of those into your hand and put any number of land cards from among them on the battlefield. The rest go in the graveyard, and it has landfall. It gets +1/+0. Also, when I played this land, this got +1/+0 Ambrosia. So I'm going to go to combat. Your thing doesn't fly, right, Krim? Your legendary thing that's pooping out wizards.
First off, Kuja does not poop out wizards. All right. Second off,
What about flying?
flying? No.
Okay, so Judge's Familiar at Krim, and then Ambrosia. I think I'm more scared of Vivi, so I'm going to hit you for 2, Tomer. Or 3,
Valid.
actually. And this is going to trigger Choco, so I'm going to look at my top 2 cards, because 2 birds attack.
Wait. Hold on.
Oh.
It doesn't work that way. You have to either say work. Can you make a noise for me real quick?
Work?
Seth? Can you just say
Work?
work?
Yeah, you don't say
Oh,
quit.
there it is. Now it works.
Quit.
All right.
I don't know what a Chococo says.
No, it
Okay.
says quit, right?
All right, I'm
Well,
going to put...
comment section.
It depends
What?
on the way that Chocobo is raised.
Still complicated.
What region did the Chocobo come from? Because it's
Yeah,
different regional dialect.
regional dialect, yeah. I found 1 land, so I'm going to put a Tuara into play, and then the other card's going to go to my hand.
Okay, so I just take 1. That's
Not
it.
Well
bad.
done.
Not bad. Yeah, you just take 1. And
I just take
talking about
3.
taking 1. At the beginning of my upkeep, I lose 1 life, and I'll create a fairy rogue. And I'll play a
Bama.
Rexian Tower. Everybody's playing their commander now. Actually, no,
Sephiroth.
just us two. Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. For some reason, soldiers all caps. I'm sure there's a reason for it. When it enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw cards. And whenever another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life if this is the 4th time this ability has resolved this turn. Transform this into a Blood Artist emblem. Nothing scary about that.
Wait, transform who?
I'm gonna sacrifice this greedy freeboot. When it dies, Prim takes 1 for this.
From what? What does he take 1 from?
And I draw a card.
I
think that is it. Should probably attacked. Oh, I also scry from the freeboot, so I guess I'll do this afterwards.
Wait,
whatever.
what's triggering? I don't understand.
I'm triggered from that. From not pronouncing
Y'all are triggering me with this conversation.
Who do you resolve?
I'm coming to keep this one.
Come on, Phil. You know you want to say it.
No, go.
You chose this, Phil.
I didn't know what I choose. Yeah, I gained 1.
Are we allowed to play One-Winged Angel without getting copyright struck?
I think if we do it poorly enough, which if it's a cappella between you and October, I think
Yo,
we'll be fine.
we could sing it. We could record it and put it in the game.
That'd be in the Commander Clash Hall of Fame, I think.
I have the voice of a one-winged angel. I'll let you know.
So true, bestie. So true.
I got you, fan.
I'm unfortunately going to have to play tapped starting town. Not ideal.
That card not looking impressive at the moment.
That's not a starting town. That's a
That was not
Midtown.
super chill. It's just
Late
a town. Yeah. I'm going to play Monument to Endurance.
Sack my judge's familiar.
Okay. All
no,
right.
it's still
Feel
not
free.
instant or sorcery. Yeah.
I'll allow it. My little wizard token is going to trigger because it's on non-creature spells. So each opponent takes 1. So Phil, you ungain that life.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to go to combat.
Get in there.
Phil, I'm going to send 3 at you. You're more than welcome to double block and trade your commander. And I'm going to send 1 at you because you're open, Tomer.
Thanks, bestie.
I'm just gonna take it.
Okay,
Roll
well,
down
that's
to
not
3.
commander damage, so you're just taking an honest 3. And I'm going to go to my end step. So I'm going to get my Black Mage Doll, and I'll pass.
They're stacking up.
Ugh.
I'm stacked.
What
Wizard
happens
number
when
3.
What happens when you have lots of wizards?
When I
He
have
needs
lots
4
of wizards,
on his
specifically
end
4,
step and then flips it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he needs 1 more wizard.
when you get to the backside, Kuja goes into his trance state, which is limit break pretty much. If a wizard you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage
Yeah,
instead.
double wizard, which is kind of scary with all those pingers. That means each spell you cast. Wait, does that mean each spell you cast hits us for 6 or something? No, that's incredibly scary.
Let's not let this happen.
It's
That's
fine.
actually very bad now that I think about it.
Don't worry about it. I'll deal with this situation. So I'm going to put this on top. I'm going to draw it.
Tomer, I'm not going to do anything.
No, I got this. I'm sick of all this nonsense. I'm going to have to put my foot down. I'm going to cast Frantic Search. Draw 2 cards, then choose
Storm count 1.
and discard 2 cards. Storm count 1.
Hey, that's a very real
Sure.
possibility out of whatever Tomer's doing.
Would you like to sacrifice your Judge's Familiar set?
No, you're
Counter it?
good. You're
All right.
good.
All right,
I
very
see
good.
that
Judge's
mana
familiar
over
check.
there.
Very good.
Very nice.
I feel like this was ending
Whoop.
with a blast sack, which is very sad
You
for my
wish.
Chocobo.
Tomer, don't be weird. Don't blow up my
I'm
stuff.
going to discard a mountain. Do I get greedy? I'm going to get greedy. I already played a
I won't
land. I
target
can
you
draw
with
more
my
lands.
spells, Tomer.
2 lands. Frantic Search resolves, untap my lands, and then I'm going to really wrestle some jimmies. Storm count 2, Solemn Simulacrum. Storm count 2.
Damn.
Okay, that's,
you know what it does.
acceptable.
ETB,
Yep.
ramp. And then when it dies, I get to draw a card. So hit me if you must, but I will draw cards on the way out.
Nightscape Familiar will no longer be attacking you.
Hell yeah. Okay, that's it. And then I'm going to bore further into the earth. Descend, whatever, same thing. All right,
All right, I'm gonna untap. Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. I'm gonna draw for my turn.
If someone says it, you gotta follow it up, right?
You have to.
If someone says,
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Exactly. My favorite Super Smash Bros. Character.
Wait, is Sephiroth actually on Super Smash Bros? Did I? Oh, was he good on Super Smash Bros?
Yeah, it's fine. Cloud was pretty busted in Smash 4.
All right, Windswept to teeth. Double trigger my landfalls. Crackling flip teeth. Might as well go all basics. Play around the links.
Oh no, he's gonna do some non-basic
You guys don't,
again.
Every time I fetch out basics and be responsible, I get hated on because people think I'm doing something sketchy.
You're the non-basic
Has it ever
guy.
not been true though?
Yeah.
Remember
last time?
I don't talk about that. I don't talk.
You were on the Price of Progress train.
I'm thinking of planes, the shiny planes.
Richard, I called you Richard on accident.
I'm playing Bird,
you're
so
playing
that's fine.
Bird.
Yeah. I was actually just thinking, what would Richard do in this scenario? Would he play this card right now? Let's just go into overdrive here. Let's do it. What else?
You're not Richard. You're Seth.
What would Seth do?
We're gonna hold off. We're
please
gonna hold
don't
off.
coat of arms.
If only there was an Iroth at the end of there, but alas.
Yes, Setharoth would have been such a sick name.
Yeah. Do you think Richard would play Coat of Arms here, Phil, if he had it?
100%.
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
unless you're not getting beaten down by
everyone else is so far behind you right now, and you're like, what are we gonna do, right?
Live your best life.
I'm just gonna go to combat. I'm gonna go to combat.
Post-combat coat of arms. That is
post-combat coat of arms is wild.
That's sick.
Both of my chocobos have +2/+0 from the fetch land, yes. So I am going to swing 2 birds at Tomer. Your untapped creatures have no power, right, Krim? Your ground creatures?
First off, that's mean. And second off, yes.
My chocobo are going to go at you then. It's a 4/2 and a 5/5.
And what am I taking?
You're taking 1, Tomer, technically, because Birds of Paradise has no power. It's just triggering my Choco. So I get to look at 4 cards. Any land's going to play. Oh, 0 lands. Okay, that's awkward. 1 goes to hand, the rest go to the graveyard. Well, I'm definitely going to put this Dust Dawn in the graveyard.
Oh, yeah.
It is relevant from the graveyard. I can pay for 5 to return all creatures power 2 or less from my graveyard to my hand. So that's going to the graveyard. I will take this one. So I'm going to put 2 cards that don't, 2 birds that don't matter into the graveyard. And then you all can take your damage.
Okay, so I'm taking 9.
And then post-combat, I am going to tap 2 mana and play Sinu, Keen-Eyed Protector. It's a 2/1 bird that can come back from exile to scry and gain some life. And then I'm going to pay 3 mana to play Winged Portent, which says draw a card for each creature with flying you control.
Oh,
which would be 1. It's not as good as you think because the Chocobo don't fly. So it's only a draw 3, but it's still a draw 3 for 3. Yeah.
Classic non-flying birds.
Yeah.
Hey, Chocobos don't fly. All right.
So
why would they fly?
Actually, I'm in a Final Fantasy VII remake, and I'm in I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm in Cosmo Canyon.
And then
I'm using some
Bill. I still didn't
chocobos that kind of glide.
Gliding, sure. Maybe like a run and like jump and glide. Maybe, sure.
Yeah.
But that's not flying.
I'm gonna lose a life. I'm gonna create a ferry.
Are we dead?
No.
Phil's about to get an emblem.
I mean, he's still got to sack all the creatures.
I am going to play a swamp.
Swamp.
And then
Swamp.
I am going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4,
Sephiroth.
5 mana. I'm just going to cast this Black Market. Whenever a creature dies,
he's
put a charge counter on it. And at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, add a black for each charge counter on it. Let's make sure a creature dies. I'm going to swing in at Krim with Sephiroth.
Do you see all the birds?
Yeah, you're
I think
gonna
we're a
kill
little
the
afraid
table.
of dying to your
How
spell
am I gonna
exit
kill the table?
Do you know how? I'm going to have an attack trigger here. When it enters or attacks, you may sacrifice a creature. If you do, draw a card. I will do, and the ping goes at Toma.
Me.
Okay. I'm going to draw, put a counter on Black Market.
I'm going to take 3 from your commander then?
Yes, 3 commander, and go. Oh, I do gain a life. Yeah, it is still a block.
All right.
Nice.
My turn. I'm going to draw. I'm going to play Bloodstained Mire. I'm going to fetch for a basic land because I'm scared of also whatever Seth's doing.
I'm not doing anything. Why is fetching basics the least powerful card in the game so scary when I do it?
Why is it nobody respects me when I say play basics?
I should have put basic
when Seth goes for basics, everybody's like dying.
I think I just play Kefka.
I'm very scared.
Each player discards a card, then you draw a card for each card type among cards discarded this way. Yeah.
I'm going to let you know I'm discarding an instant.
I'm thinking about discarding a creature here.
I was considering discarding a creature too. I cannot.
Yeah, we should do
discard
the
an
same,
instant.
right?
I don't have a creator.
Hold on.
Yeah, Crib.
Aren't you all supposed to do this in the dark?
Going on.
No,
You're so
look at
scary.
It's a social format, Krim. All right. Well, I mean, 2 creatures in 1 instance, not bad. We could also be lying. That's
Yeah,
also
we could just be the
possible.
liars.
Yes, very likely. All right.
Wait, are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'll discard
All
a
right.
Whir of Invention.
I'm
gonna
discarding a
discard
big
one
Lord of the
thing.
Rings bird that does not much.
I'm discarding a land.
Oh, the land. So Krim draws
Land
3.
creature instant.
Actually, Kefka
Eh.
might be good in Commander. Everyone
Yes.
discards
Kefka
one,
is
you
good
draw
in Commander.
3.
So I'm going to trigger Monument to Endurance. I'm going to make a treasure.
Kefka's very good.
And then I draw 3. Seth, how big's your bird?
2/1. Flying Vigilance.
I'll
I'll
attack.
take it. 3?
Yeah. And then I go to end step. I make another wizard token. I'll have 5 wizards, which will then allow me to transform. My limit break is live. And then I will pass to you, Tomer. Oh, also the new wizard is tapped, actually.
Okay, let's surveil. We'll put it into the graveyard. Summons of Saruman.
Do you have enough to flip his Kanta yet? You gotta be getting close.
I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hey, you got
Then
there.
if you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, you may transform, search for a Skanta. Cool. Okay, so now I draw for turn, and now we will shrine the other board. I will cast Ill-Timed Explosion. Draw 2, discard 2, then you deal damage equal to the highest mana value of cards discarded this way.
I really need my board.
Yeah, everybody has a very scary board.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna annoy you slightly. I'm gonna sack the Judge's Familiar.
So I have to
Pay
say one more.
1 if you would like it to resolve.
That is a Sephiroth
This
and a
means
black
Phil's
market
gonna have
treasure.
obscene.
Don't mind me,
mana.
though.
This is
He's gonna wipe the
actually
board on
very
his
bad.
turn anyway.
Sephiroth drains Crimp.
Okay, so if I help you, Seth, can you not hit me?
This
or are
turn,
you all
or-
just going to kill me? Because I think Phil is dead
Everybody's
set on
getting
killing
killed
me.
today.
I cannot
So-
kill you this turn. I cannot. I would like to keep
Okay,
my board,
but also
so
not just not kill me, to also not hit me is what I mean.
Ever.
I cannot hit you and your stuff this turn. That's fine.
All right, I'm sure this won't ever go poorly, but all right. I'm going to attempt
Oh,
to
God.
cast Mana Drain,
You know
Val
Phil's gonna
Pierce.
just
Everybody
counter it.
and I lose
Painful
1,
6.
and then everybody takes 6.
Yeah, the board whip's countered. That's it for me.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to untap. I sack my Judge's Familiar for nothing. Draw for a turn. I'm going to play another bird. I'm going to spend 4 mana. And I'm going to play Roaming Throne. Roaming Throne says if you would trigger an ability of a creature of the type you choose, you trigger it at an additional time. So I'm going to choose Chocobo, which is actually bird in Magic. So I'm going to choose bird. And then
what?
I would like to go to combat. I would like to attack Phil with Sinew, and I will attack, well, I guess it's got to be Phil with Ambrosia, and then Chococo can go at Tomer.
I don't know. I'll block the Chocobos doesn't have trample.
I'm
right?
just
Or does it?
trying to trigger my stuff. It does not have trample. So I'm going to trigger my stuff twice. So I'm going to see 3 cards. I am going to put Hallowed Fountain into play, and then
Would you like to pay 2 life?
this card into my hand. I will not pay the 2, but it will double trigger my landfall on my birds. So I each get +2/+2, and Derevia go to the graveyard. Then we'll do it one more time. 1, 2, 3. We will put Restless Anchorage into play, and we will put this
A
card
bird
into
land.
hand. And Ledger, it is a bird land. And then Ledger Shredder will go to the graveyard. So Chococo is going to get +4, so it's a 7/5. People get really mad when I say that,
Jeez.
but I think it's funny. So it's going to be a 7/5, and then Ambrosia will get +4, so it'll be a 4/2, and then Sinew was a 6/2. I'm
going to block the 6/2.
I'm going to block
6/2.
the big one that's coming at my face.
So after all of this, Phil takes 2, I think. Is the
I'll
number.
So
drop
I
card.
take 2, but I gain 2, and I put
Yep.
2 counters on this. And I'm gonna ping Toma for 1 and Seth for 1, even though
Yeah, I will go
Tuna is
down
still
to
very problematic. But I want to
27.
spread the love a bit.
I'm going to play Exotic Orchard as my land for the turn, and then I will pass.
3 mana opened?
I'm
What
gonna
costs
draw.
3 mana? Nothing.
What you
costs
doing
3
over there,
mana
Seth?
Magic. Nothing costs 3 mana.
You've seen
man.
a lot of your deck,
combat
right?
main. I'm gonna put this
a
here,
decent amount.
and I'm gonna get 4 black mana.
Sure.
Mhm.
I am going to play a lot of spells.
Is everyone spell slinger?
No, this is just black market stuff. I would love to have one more mana. Wait. Oh, this is... I should have... Yeah, okay. I'm going to regret
One
this.
more mana.
I'm going to play a Dark Prophecy. Whenever a creature you control dies, you draw a card and lose 1 life. So now I'm going to use Phyrexian Tower, sacrifice a creature, add 2 mana, which will put a counter on here, trigger Sephiroth, add Crim, I gain 1.
Sure.
I am going to lose a life and draw a card. I'm going to spend 5 mana.
I'm sure this is going to be completely normal.
I did not draw land, sadly, but 5 mana and what a classic. Let's make sure I die last. I'm going to play a Grey Merchant. When it enters, I gain a bunch of life equal to twice my devotion. My devotion is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You can't let... Oh, God. I
mean, the fairy throwing out, obviously.
I would like to cast a Fairy's Protection and peace out of this
situation. Oh, so you don't
situation.
get the additional 9 at least. So that's...
Yeah.
And now you guys can do whatever. I think Crim might just kill you both with his wizard.
I'm
kind of
at
sure,
16.
actually. Get him, Crim. Get him.
Casually at 13. Super cool.
I wish I drew an untapped land, but here's a Bajuka Bog. 1 turn too late to punish Toma. I guess I'll still exile Toma's graveyard.
No, that was a good one. I have Summons of Saruman as flashback, I think.
Oh,
that's the only thing.
I didn't know that.
Oh, and I had a Drownyard Temple.
Oh, right.
I forgot about the Drownyard Temple.
Refuse to cooperate.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, but I'm super out of this game.
Okay, go.
Passing? Okay. I'm going to get, 4 mana, right?
Yeah.
4 colorless. All right, so I'll draw. Seth's still going to have to discard, right? Because this isn't targeting?
Unfortunately. I just don't want to be taking damage off those pingers. That's what I'm scared of.
I'll play Rogue Passage.
I can't believe you actually, the Judge's Familiar out of spite on the way out was actually highly relevant. I had a way of copying the Teferi's Pro, and now I can't.
Oh, wow. Judge's Familiar's the hero. Save the day.
Is it the hero?
I mean, I just figured it was dying anyway,
Did I do
so I
anything
might as well
wrong?
use it. But...
Yes, Tomer, you did.
You can finish me off.
I don't know what you think is happening, but I'm glad you think that.
Yeah, I'm just dead.
Okay. I'm going to use 3 of the mana drain mana, and since I have Urborg out, I'm going to use Rogue's Passage for a black. I'm going to cast Circle of Power. You draw 2 cards, you lose 2
makes
life.
another one.
Create a 0/1 black wizard token with whenever you cast a spell. Look, chat. I'm up for my uptime here.
And you're getting
lifelink
lifelink on all of it. You are cooking.
And then wizards you control get +1/+0 and gain lifelink. Look.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
damage.
No!
Yeah, so first it'll take
6.
That's GG. I think I shouldn't have went for a budget on this one.
Then I'm going to lose 2 life. I'll draw 2. Well, that's a good draw as a Final Fantasy IX enjoyer. So I'm going to use a colorless that I have left floating and a red. Everything costs 1 less. I'm going to play Queen Brane. So she's got prowess, and whenever she attacks, create a 0/1 black wizard token.
Did you draw like every wizard creator? I feel like there's not that many of them, but
I play all of them. I even play cornered by black mages. So, and very importantly, Circle of Power is for my for all my Final Fantasy 14 enjoyers. You know, this is the ley line, so I'm trying to keep my uptime going here. Let's now go ahead, spend 2 mana. I'm gonna cast Talisman of Indulgence. So that'll ping everybody for
Take
2,
8.
4, 6, 8, 10.
With 10?
I'm dead.
No.
It's only 8 right now. It's only
8. Okay. I'm
you
barely
gain
alive.
16. That's obscene.
I'm at 2.
So good.
I'm already dead.
Unfortunately, I need you to not die that hard. Tomer, why are you already dead?
Hey, you can just not cast as any instance or sorceries the rest of the
Yeah,
game. That's
you
also
could just-
acceptable. I'm
You
fine
could
with
just
that.
concede.
You know what, guys? Now that you convinced
Scoop.
me, I'm going to cast Waste Not, and that'll ping
Jeez.
everybody.
Not paying and now I die.
So since I'll only gain 2 from Tomer because they are separate instances.
Yeah.
So
Me as your blood bag.
I will gain 10 total. Boom.
Yeah.
And then now I'm going to go to combat. Phil, I'm going to swing at you with Kefka and Kuja, and that is so annoying that you can block my baby girl, Queen Braun. Oh, she doesn't even have haste, so you know what? I was kidding anyways, so oops. So I'm just going to swing with those 2.
Kefka is a
So now
trigger.
Kefka is going to trigger, and so each player will discard.
I'm going to discard an instant
Welcoming
here.
vampires.
Beep.
I guess I'll ditch a Lightning Greaves. Okay, so instant and a creature, so I have a zombie token.
Here comes the zombies.
Naturally, the Hildebrand token from Final Fantasy. I'm going to also have my Monument to Endurance trigger as well. So whenever I discard a card, I get to draw a card, create a treasure, or do whatever, right? So I'm going to go ahead and make a treasure. So then I'm going to draw 3 cards since there was an artifact, a creature, and an instant. So now blocks.
I mean, I'm going to block your commander.
I'll gain 20.
I'm going to also lose 1, gain 1, Krim takes 1.
Fair.
And goldfish time.
And since I do not have Reliquary Tower, I get, I'm going to end my turn, and I'm going to go to discard.
And that's going to trigger the monument?
Oh, there's no way I'm dealing 56 to Krim. That sounds...
So everybody, I'm going to have each opponent lose 3, and then I draw another card.
Oh my god.
Then I discard to hand size again.
Can you kill Krim, Phil?
I'm trying in increments. I don't know. I
I'll
can't
ditch
deal
Kefka
50.
Dancing Mad.
Maybe the one-winged angel can do it.
I pass.
All right. I don't know what to do here. I'm going to untap. I will draw for my turn. Well, I'm going to play Flooded Strand. That's going to double trigger the landfall on my Chocobos. I'm going to crack the Flooded Strand, get some sort of untapped land, which I'll probably get a Temple Garden, I think. I'll take 2 more. How much mana do you have, Krim? You have 2 mana and a handful
I have 2
of
mana
cards,
open
right?
with a reduction of 1.
So even if I could do something, Krim can probably stop it.
I don't think Krim believes in interaction. I think you're fine.
I'm actually very interaction light. Interaction is cringe.
Let's go combating.
You don't want a coat of arms first?
Yeah, I assume there was no coat of arms then.
I mean, doesn't Coat of Arms help Phil or Krimatone?
Oh, Krim would have huge creatures, yeah.
How many flyers do you have, Krim?
Black mages don't fly, unfortunately.
Well, unfortunately, Chocobo don't fly either.
Oh, well.
So, I have a plan. I got to play this new card, but
Seth, can I convince you to leave me alone if I do the Hildebrand flex?
My
All right,
God.
look at that. All right.
There's nothing. There is nothing you can do, Krim, that would
A
convince me to
true
leave.
gentleman, okay,
Hello.
would not hit me. I'm just saying. I'm just going to flex until I die. You got it, Seth.
5 mana. I'm going to cast a card that I'm actually pretty high on. We'll see if it's good.
Ooh.
Champions from Beyond. It says when it enters, it makes X 1/1 hero tokens, which is going to be 3 hero tokens.
Well, hold on.
And then
What
it
does it
says-
do?
Okay, if this resolves. Yeah, I forgot Krim's playing today. And then it says, if you, whenever you attack with 4 or more creatures, you scry 2 and draw a card. And whenever you attack with 8 or more creatures, those creatures get +4/+4 until end of turn.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
So I will get 3 hero tokens. And then I guess I'm going to go to combat, and I am going to declare attacks. Is that cool? Can I attack?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm sorry.
I'm just
Phil.
doing the shocked faces that are in the quest line, so you're good.
I'm sorry, Phil, but I need to trigger my Chocobo. Krim has too many. Wait, what is your? Whatever, this game's gonna end anyway. I'm gonna swing everything at Krim. It is a 7/5 commander, a 2/1 flying vigilant Sinu, a 4/4 roaming throne, a 6/2 ground bird Ambrosia, and a 0-power bird of paradise. But this is gonna double trigger Choco, and my enchantment will trigger. So I will scry true and draw a card first, and then I'll resolve my Choco triggers. I will put 1 on top and draw it, and this one will go to the bottom. And then we'll do Choco trigger number 1, which is 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, there's some lands. Good lord. Strip Mine, Bloodstained Mire,
Oh.
Vesuva, which will copy, I guess, Restless Anchorage, and a Selesnya Sanctuary, which will pick up the Etwara that's tapped. So that is +8/+0 to my 2 Chocobos. And then this card will go into my hand. And then we'll do trigger number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, Vern Catacombs, Wooded Foothills,
I think
Lilypad Village.
This is kind of nuts.
And we'll put,
That's crazy.
Choco's popping off. And then Stormscape Familiar will go to the graveyard. That was
another
that was the one
familiar.
I was thinking of. So my 2 Chocobo get +18/+0 from the landfall triggers.
So I'm going to block the X2 with my Hildebrand zombie, of course. I'm going to send my little friendly Lalafell Black Mage Wizard in front of your commander.
Okay, so 4, 5, 6 you'll take. And then I lose my X2, right?
And then I lose my Hildebrand zombie and a cute little wizard. Sure.
That is 2 creatures dying.
Yep.
3 creatures die. I'll ping Krim 3 times.
Oh, we almost got him to the starting life total.
I will pass the turn.
He's on the ropes. All right, it's one winged angel time. I'm gonna play the music, okay?
No, you have to sing it so we don't get DMCA.
Sing the music, Tomer.
I'm going to get a fairy live.
All right.
Draw a card.
It's not real words. This is fake Latin. I don't know how to do it.
Get 9 mana.
Oh, I have 8. I got to discard a card. I will discard a Wing Mart.
That'll trigger my waste, huh?
Ooh.
So you get a
Okay.
2/2.
Haha! Hildebrand Zombie is back!
I'm gonna Meathook Massacre for X equals 2.
All right, so I'm going to exile my Xenu, so I get to scry 2 and gain 2. And then that comes back if I have an unblocked attacking legendary creature. Yeah, we're going to lose anyway. We'll keep it
In
on top.
response
It's funny.
to this, I will use Phyrexian Tower to sacrifice the fairy to add 2.
You can't let him flip Sephiroth. He's
And
the one-winged
ping
angel.
Crim
Sephiroth!
and draw.
Sephiroth!
I'm just going to channel a Twara and bounce the Sephiroth, or target the Sephiroth with a Twara.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to spend 1 white mana, and I'm going to sword the damaged up on wizard thing.
Oh! The twofer.
I guess I gain 4 life.
And then stuff can resolve.
So for every creature on the opponent's board that dies, I gain 1. I gain 10, and I put 10 counters on the market. Whew.
Phil, I'm going to have to make it so that you're the Black Waltz number 3. Thanks for blowing up all my Black Mage dolls. It's cool, dude. It's cool.
I'm going to pay 3, recast Sephiroth, pay
Oh, yeah.
2, play a Orcish Bowmasters. When it enters, I'll shoot Crim, still the problem.
All right.
I will create an Oak army. I'm going to pay 1 mana, play Verdorbene Überzeugung, I don't know, Corrupted Conviction. I'll sacrifice a creature to draw 2 cards. I'll sacrifice this. And there's going to be a bunch of
might
triggers.
take
Everybody loses 1. Crim loses 2. I will
Thank you.
add 1 to this, and I'll lose 1, gain 1, and draw a card. This is not in time. And then I'll play a Tombstone Stairwell. Let's read the Oracle text. It has cumulative upkeep 2. And then at the beginning of each upkeep, if this enchantment is on the battlefield, for each player create 2 black zombies with haste named Tombspawn for each creature card in their graveyard at the beginning of each end step. And when this enchantment leaves the battlefield, destroy all tokens created with this enchantment. And they can't be regenerated. I'm going to play
actually insane.
I have 11 creatures in my graveyard. That's
I have
so
3.
bad.
The art is so weird.
That's like 14
Dom.
plus
The art
range
is
triggers every single turn.
The artist is called Dom exclamation mark.
Dom.
Just D-O-M.
The early days,
Screaming.
man. The early days of Magic.
I will pass.
So at the beginning of your upkeep, we each create these, right?
You're all dead.
Oh,
If
okay.
Crim can kill Sephiroth, then there's no pings.
Yeah,
Just
so
2
I
black
have
zombies.
11
Make sure to
zombies.
call them tomb spawns, though.
Tomb
I have
spawns. I have
spawns.
11 tomb spawns here
I have 3
temporarily.
tomb spawns. I will play my Storm-Carved Coast. Do you know my favorite Final Fantasy character of all time, though?
Vivi?
Oh, you did.
Well,
let me.
No,
Sephiroth.
it's gonna be
No,
Vivi.
it is Vivi.
Why'd you murder him then, huh?
Is it a
Well,
Deadpool?
my favorite character in Final Fantasy is
Oh,
Deadpool.
God.
What the hell?
Wait, are you stealing the text box on Sephiroth? Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh, that is so bad.
Oh, that is so messed up.
I do not have anything to
Oh,
do.
no.
Oh, brother.
Why is
You have a
Deadpool
threat to
here?
power, but not.
It's a Deadpool now.
Classic Final
Sick.
Fantasy.
I think what I gotta do is I'm gonna spend black, red, and I'm gonna have to bedevil your Bowmaster.
Rude.
Deadpool will trigger.
Deadpool Roth.
So
Meathook
we
Massacre
each
triggers.
take 1.
Deadpool Roth.
Lose 1.
I think in this situation I have to ping Phil,
So I lose 1
and then
draw
I
a
gain
card.
1.
And then everybody loses 1 because of Meathook Massacre. Das Fleischhaken-Massaker.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna now cast Liliana's Caress. Whenever an opponent discards a card, each player loses 2 life. I'm gonna send all of these at Seth, I guess, and I'm gonna swing Kefka at Seth. So everybody will move to discard now from attacks.
Land.
Enchantment, I guess. Or actually, you know what? Creature.
I'm ditching Blue Mage's Cane, land, creature, and an artifact. So I would draw 3. We're going to trigger Waste Not. So you discarded a land, right, Phil? So I get 2 mana.
And then I gave you a zombie, a real zombie.
Another zombie. Okay, so I have another zombie to make.
So take 2 to Liliana's Crest down to 22.
And I get a monument trigger. So I'm going to make a treasure again.
So I'll block all the zombies, and then I'll put everything else in front of Kefka.
Okay.
So I gain 9.
I'm going to have all my pings go at Phil.
I also lose 9.
And then I gain 9.
Oh yeah, black market.
Yeah, black market's popping.
Pretty busy.
Kefka will die. I'm putting him into the command zone.
That card did some serious work.
Then I'm going to go ahead and play Ghost Vacuum, and then I pass.
So end of turn, all of our zombies go away, which is going to give a lot. I got 6 that are dying.
Okay, so these are going to be a lot of triggers. So I got 3 dying, which will be 3 Dark Prophecies and 3 Meathook Massacre triggers. So I gain 6, lose 3.
I'm going to send all of it at Phil.
And then I draw 3.
So I'll take 3 from Meathook.
And then I lose
down to 19.
9 from Meathook. Yeesh. Oh, I might switch to a D20 afterwards, but so far we're still collecting fish.
I'm going to untap. So on my upkeep, I'm going to start cracking some fetches. I'm going to crack this Bloodstained Mire. Well, actually, I'm super dumb. I think I'm going to fail to find with my first... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave that fetch out. We're going to leave that one out for now with the Urborg. We're going to crack this fetch.
I just realized that.
Me too. Hello, viewers. Thank you for leaving a comment.
That's gotta
Welcome
stay
to
in.
Commander Clash.
That's gotta stay in. If Richard's far seeking,
it's because I'm playing a Richard deck. It's a birds deck. It's a Richard deck. Surveil away a Scalding Tarn. Then I'm going to crack the second fetch that actually can fetch things, the Verdant Catacombs. And we will grab whatever the first fetchable land I see is. Hedge Maze. Let's do that. I will mill an island. So now we can do stairwell stuff. 4 landfall triggers on Choco. And then I will make, I believe, 11 zombies still. Oh, 12, because I discarded the Zots, so up to 12 zombies. So I will get 12 zombies.
I got 4 zombies now.
I can exile something in response, right? So I'll exile.
You
can I look at your graveyard, Seth? I think I'm going to eat the Dusk Dawn, actually.
Okay,
that's fine.
That makes sense. So I still get 12 zombies. My Dusk Dawn will go to exile. So I will draw for the turn.
This is so bad.
All right, that's a bird. That's a bird. Can we win the game here?
You said it.
All right, so I'm going to spend 2 mana.
So much mana.
I'm going to play Life Creed Duo. Says whenever another creature enters under my control, I gain a life. It's a Soul Warden, basically, but it's a bird. And then I'm going to spend 5 Coat of Arms.
Yeah, there it is.
I have
my god,
12
every zombie
zombies.
goes for
I have
every
4.
zombie.
So zombies get +19/+19. So I will 1, 2, 3. We'll fire up the Restless Anchorage as another bird.
Yeah, the only flying one on your board.
We're gonna do a little attacking and see what happens.
I don't know if this happens if you attack me for lethal. I don't know if that spoils it, but
The problem is I die to these triggers of the... Okay,
that
so I
is
gotta...
also true.
Might as well try your best.
Yeah. I'm just gonna swing everything at...
How do you beat him? I can help.
I don't.
You would do this to me on my birthday, Seth? In front of my crab rangoon?
Is there just nothing productive I can do with like 500 power zombies here? Like none of this matters? Is that how this ends up?
Force fill the darkness.
All right. Force fill the darkness.
How do you know that Phil has darkness? I don't believe.
Well, he said if you attack me, it's not going to work. And Phil is usually pretty straight up about stuff like that.
Oh yeah, true. He doesn't bluff.
Yeah,
well, I get my bird triggers. I get 2 Coco triggers. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I knew it. 2 more lands and a card in hand. Trigger number 2. We will put that in hand, and these will go to the graveyard. Landfall triggers, so those don't actually matter. I will scry 2 and draw a card. We'll keep that. We'll put this to the graveyard. And I deal no damage. Thank you very much, Darkness. I'll get 2 maps. All right, go ahead.
I think I die.
End step. I lose 12 zombies.
I lose 3 zombies.
I lose 4. I
fill.
think they're all gonna go
Fill,
at me.
fill,
yeah,
fill,
so my
fill, until there is no fill.
Triggers go first, so I don't have to resolve my stuff. Just gonna let you know I had this massacre bomb to make the end stats even worse. So everybody would have died.
God, Phil was gonna win during his turn. He's definitely
Yeah.
gonna
I mean,
win
look at
his
this
turn.
mana, and I would have drawn 4 more cards.
I'm going to gain 14 from all the triggers
Oh,
that kill
that's
Phil.
fair. Well, now
Can't believe I died.
I'm
to
only
my
at
own
17. I
commander.
imagine I'm about to die.
I think, yeah, so now we go to my turn.
Yep. You don't get zombies anymore, though. The zombies are gone, so.
All right, sweet. I'm
didn't
going to
need Phil to
play
stay alive.
Bloom Lake Verge.
Boo,
Do I actually have the
Verges.
types? Oh, wait, I do. Cards in hand, Seth?
6. And you're
6.
at 70 friggin' 6.
Well, doesn't mean I can't die from commander damage. I'm just going to cast Hostile Investigator. So
Sure.
when this enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card. Whenever one or more players discard a card, I make it a clue token. Triggers once a turn. If that resolves, I target you.
Yeah, that resolves. I will discard Love Song of Night and Day, so a non creature, and I will take 2 from the Caress.
And then I will draw 1, and I make a clue. I'm going to go ahead now and spend 1 mana. I'm going to try to blow up your coat of arms with Vandal Blast.
Well, I
Sure,
guess.
that works. Nice small birds.
I'm going to swing 7 at you.
Sure, down to 8.
And that's 5 commander damage, but I pass the turn to you now.
All right. Can I deal 76 to Crim this turn?
I hope not.
So we will untap and draw.
On the brighter side, you can only have so many more lands.
Yeah, that is true. They're almost all in play now. All right, so I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to start by casting Mockingbird with X equal 1, so for 2 total mana. Any responses, Grim?
This is a bird, so it'll trigger your roaming throne twice. Yeah, sure. You got it.
Okay, so I'm going to have that copy the Lifecrafter duo. It's a creature entering, so I will gain 2 thanks to roaming throne triggering. So I go back up to 10. Then I'm going to spend 2 mana to play Estor? Something like that. It's
What
a
is
2
that?
mana 1/3 flying. It says spells your opponents cast that target your commander cost 3 more. Does that resolve and trigger my Lifecrafter's duel?
Yeah.
All right, so I will gain 2. I am going to go to combat. I'm going to swing all 3 at you. Roaming Throne, Chococo, Lifecrafter's Duo. Before you decide if you want to block, I'm going to double trigger my
Yes. This is
Chococo
the
here.
main thing I need to know.
1, 2, 3. We get 1 land, and I will put this in hand. And Enduring Curiosity will go to the graveyard. So double trigger the Chococo landfall. Do it one more time. We get 2 lands, including a bounce land that'll pick up a Beseju, and a Surveil land, which will put a fetch land into the graveyard. So my commander gets +6, +0.
Do you have any fetch lands?
Do they get
Technically,
land?
I have
It's
the
like-
Bloodstained Mire. I'm glad we get to talk
wait.
about that again. Hello, chat. Hello.
Oh, you have a
comment.
Bloodstained Mire. Oh. How much
You're not
damage am I
dying
taking in
here.
total?
If you just take everything, it's 14, 9 being commander.
I will chance it and hope I don't get punished here. No blocks.
Okay, so that's all the damage. I think
Okay,
that
so
you're
I'm
gonna be
taking 14.
I am going to cast a spell during combat, though, but it's not going to damage you. Green, white, and blue. I'm going to cast Flurry of Wings. It says put X 1/1 white bird soldier creature tokens into play with flying, where X is the number of attacking creatures. So I would like to make 3 bird tokens.
You got it. So 12 life.
All right, 12 life. Yeah, so I'll gain 12. So I will go back up to 26. And
Yes,
then
you will.
combat can resolve. I'm done with combat shenanigans.
So I
And
dropped
then-
to 62.
And then
I have 14
post-combat, I
commander.
think we should have some fun. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to cast Scouting Hawk. It's just a 1/1 bird. It's supposed to be catch-up ramp. It's not going to do anything right now.
That's
so I will
ambitious.
still gain 4.
Okay.
And then the real payoff. I'm helping you, Krim. I'm helping.
I don't believe you.
Would you like a gift, Krim? Would you like a gift? I'm going to play Perch Protection.
Oh, wow.
And I would like to gift you an extra turn, Krim. It says create 4 2/2 bluebird creature tokens with flying. If a gift was promised, all your permanents phase out until your next turn. Your life total can't change, and you get protection from everything, and it goes to exile.
Do I get the
So
birds on cast?
So against the birds, you got an extra turn.
Oh,
No, the birds is when it resolves. If you counter it, nothing happens.
okay. Then I'm going to try to invert polarity.
That doesn't sound good. I would like to give you a bird, Grim. I would like to try to swan song. You're in
got
And the
it.
counter spells are birds.
I'm going to respond
Jeez.
by then
On
exiling
brand.
your Derevi, I guess.
The Revi, that's probably the best of the birds. So you get a 2/2 bird. I will get 3 2/2 bird or 4 2/2 birds thanks to perch protection, and I will gain a big chunk of life. You get to take an extra turn, but my life total can't change, and I basically T-pro'd out, and then I will pass the turn. I'm tapped out. That's what I got. You get 2 turns in a row. Wow, what a non-bow. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I do not gain the life because my life total can't change. That is unfortunate.
Yay, 2
You get
turns?
2 turns.
Okay.
See, helping. We're friends now, Grim.
I feel so much better.
Also, all my stuff is phased out, so if you wrath or anything, it doesn't matter.
You got it. I'm going to play Kefka, but you can still discard, right? Because each opponent.
I will discard a Beseju.
I'm discarding Cornered by Black Mages. So
Okay.
I will.
My life total can't change, though, so
Right,
the Liliana's
but I
Breath
get
doesn't
2
hurt me.
mana.
Yes.
And then, sure, you lose 2, whatever. And then I will draw a card off of Monument. And I make another clue because you've also discarded. I draw 2 from Kefka. Oh, I get 2 black mana. This is perfect. I'm going to
Perfect.
play Arcane Signet.
Sure.
I'm going to play my land for turn. I'll Surveil. I'll keep that. Let's go ahead and play Lulu, Stern Guardian.
Lulu.
So whenever an opponent attacks you, choose target creature attacking you. Put a stun counter on that creature.
I need that one for
No,
my
that
poison
actually
deck.
is very bad for me right now.
No, it's only one of your creatures. Though.
Only one.
Oh, it's only one. Oh,
It's
well,
only one.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought my whole team was about to get tapped down. I was like, whoa.
I'm going to tap my Ghost Vacuum, and I'm going to go ahead and exile. What other birds do you have again? I'll take the other best bird.
The other one that I think is good is this Cholesterol, which is whenever one or more birds you control do combat damage to a player, you can reanimate a bird, put a +1 counter on each bird, or draw a card.
Sure, I'll take that. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my turn
Turn
again.
number 2.
Yeah. Can I attack you? It just won't do anything?
Yeah, it's not going to do anything, but yeah, if you want to attack and trigger stuff, go
I definitely do.
ahead.
I'm going to attack you, Seth.
I'm going to discard Biden of Thassa. I thought this game was going to end like an hour and a
Yeah.
half ago to those wizards. I'm
Yeah.
surprised this game is still going. I'm sorry, Tomer.
I'm going to correct
thought the game was
that on the
CDH
stat.
again anyway. so
I
it can-
died on turn 5.
back.
My turn 5.
This is so tough. I think I'm just going to go ahead and discard Scrawling Crawler.
Oh, all right. I'm glad that's
Wow,
gone.
even though-
Okay, so I draw 2 because creature and artifact. I would draw a 3rd card because you ditched Biden of Thassa. And my Monument Endurance trigger is going to make me a treasure. Wow, there's a lot going on here. Now I'm going to shock in this this land because I haven't played a land this turn. Seth, what's the biggest creature you have?
So technically they're all phased out right now, but the Commander or Roaming Throne, a 3/5 and a 4/4 are the biggest.
Okay, I'm going to foretell this away.
Oh god. Okay. What would Crimp foretell?
And then I'm just going to pass the turn to you.
All right. Well, let's have some fun. We're gonna untap here, and we might actually be milling ourselves out. That might actually be how this goes.
That's a classic Seth maneuver.
I know, but twice in one season.
It would be very
You always
funny.
get close. You always get close.
I'm going to attempt to crack a map token using whatever my worst land. You know what? This wonderful Bloodstained Mire. I'm going to
Get
tap
rid of
this
this
Bloodstained
Urborg.
Mire. I am going to crack a map, and I'm going to target Scouting Hawk. Are we cool with that, Krim?
Please, have fun.
I'm going to mill a Fledgling Offspring. Shout out to Richard.
Richard's upset.
And then I am going to crack another map on a Scouting Hawk, Krim. How do we feel about map
Still
number
good.
2?
Just for the Osprey, I am rooting for Seth because
I'm gonna crack
he
my
went
map.
full Osprey.
I couldn't
That is
not play
dedication.
the Offspring.
That is dedication.
Simic Growth Chamber revealed. I'm gonna go to combat, Grim. May I attack?
I'm going to try to...
Are you gonna Cyclonic Rift?
There it is.
Aw.
Please.
Yeah. Let's pick them
Work?
up.
Work? Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Work. I don't know what
work,
sound a Chocobo
work,
makes. I didn't get that
work.
far into Final Fantasy VI, although I am an expert now.
Yeah, you are.
All
You
right,
are the
well, let's
expert.
recast our hand.
Yeah, at least you have the mana for it. Yeah.
Oh, yes, we do. So step 1, Life Creed Duel, the Soul Sister thing. Card number 2, Scouting Hawk, gain a life.
Sure.
And then roaming throne on bird, gain 2 life. I probably should have done that first if this resolves.
Yeah, sure, you got it.
All right. Crim's not countering anything today. Mockingbird, copy the life. Crafter duel, gain 4 life. Oh, yeah, next creature. Okay, so I gain 2 for now. The next one will gain 4, which will be the ward commander thing's going to come back, gain 4 life.
You got it.
And then I will play a Simic Growth Chamber as my land for the turn.
Pop off, King. Pop off.
Pick up this, whatever, the Scry Surveil Land, Lilypad Village, and then go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to take your other next best bird. I will
take the
Fledgling
last
House.
you want.
Let him have it.
Yeah, I'll take
It
him.
is best
Choke,
bird.
that's removal. That card's removal.
The removal thing? All right, we'll
Yeah.
take the removal thing.
So now, has anything died?
Not since Phil died, really, yeah.
Oh my god,
Wait,
it's 60
I would've
life to 39
done
life.
such
I
an
just
overkill
noticed.
turn.
This game was almost heading the opposite direction. My library's getting thin, though. I'm just
Life
saying.
gain was a mistake.
So I'll spend 6 mana. I'm going to try to Delayed Blast Fireball. It does 5 to everything and you.
I'm not
To good.
thrilled
to
with this choice,
good.
Crim. Sure, I will take 5 and lose my board.
All 5 pings at you, to no one's surprise. I'm going to
Yeah.
gain 5, and I'm going to go to combat here.
At least Sephiroth lives on.
Give it to me.
I'm going to try. I'm going to swing with Kefka, and then I'm going to swing with Deadpool or Deadfaroth, and then I'm going to swing with Lulu. And actually, do I swing with Lulu? Birds have flash. I'm going to swing with Hostile Investigator. Sephiroth's going to trigger.
Would you like to sack and draw?
I'll sack the zombie. Yeah. And then I'll ping you for 1, and I'll draw.
28.
And yeah, there's a Kefka attack trigger right now.
Can't believe it's also an attack trigger, that Kefka.
It's
Kefka's
so
pretty
silly.
good.
It's so good.
I'm going to
I
struggle.
mean, it's like all the Final Fantasies are so
Right.
silly.
I
So what is-
will
what did
still
you
pitch
discard?
the land, so you get to draw 2.
So land means I get 2 mana.
I
You'll
gotta
take 2 from
to the
Liliana's
Liliana's Caress, so 26. You're getting there.
Monument trigger. I'm going to go ahead and make it so I get another treasure. And so with the 2 floating mana before the changing of phases, I'm going to cast Espers to Magicite. Exile each opponent's graveyard. When you do, choose up to 1 target creature card exiled this way. Create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's an artifact and it loses all other card types.
I knew that card was good. So here are your beautiful choices. I mean, Roaming Throne's kind of busto. There's also a Fledgling Osprey. I'm just...
Yeah,
sure.
the
I'm going to pass on
Osprey.
that one, most likely.
Yo,
Judge's
don't
familiar.
disrespect Osprey.
Enduring Curiosity. This thing can tutor up a basic land.
Wait, Enduring Curiosity is kind of nuts. But I want to juice you of all your cards, so double triggering Kefka with Roaming Throne is kind of sick.
Or a Fledgling Osprey.
I'm gonna take Roaming Throne, and when it enters, I'm gonna name Wizard.
Yeah, it makes sense. No blocks.
Okay, so you take 13,
All right. Down 13 down to 13.
and then I'm gonna go ahead and play a land for turn, Training Center, and then I'm gonna just go ahead and pass the turn.
So at the end of your turn, I would like to flash in a Aven Mind Sensor. It's a bird.
You got it.
Makes it annoying if you search your library.
Birds do have flash. I was right.
So 1 tap. This is looking grim. Come on, Chocobo. 1. Quah! 2, 3.
There,
We're gonna
oh,
use
that's
Cavern.
a good one.
We're going to use Cavern this time. It's tough because I don't know what it sounds like. I'm going to have to look up what is a
Here, it's
Chocobo
just
sound
war?
after
Nailed
we
it.
record this.
Wah!
I'm just making noises that remind me of my annoying cat. Choco back with a Cavern, so you can't count.
Yeah, like that off Cavern. Yeah, have fun. Go wild. Go wild.
1, 2, 3. I'm going to fire up a Restless Anchorage.
That's a bird.
Okay.
I'm going to fire up my other Vesuva Restless Anchorage. Here comes the lands.
You got it.
And then go to combat. Attack for 66. And by that, I mean actually 6.
Oh, huh? What? Okay.
I get a couple map tokens.
You can concede at any time, Krim.
I have a Swan Song Bird, which can block Aven Mind Sensor.
I just want to trigger my Choco.
You
I'm
got
gonna
it.
trigger
I'm
my
blocking
Choco.
Aven Mind Sensor.
I'm going to look at 3.
And I'm going to stun your real Restless Anchorage.
The real Restless Anchorage. Oh, these go to the grave.
Or actually, I'll stun the
So I'll put
Vesuva.
1 in hand,
I'll
no
stun the
lands.
Vesuva.
You said block the Mind Sensor?
Yeah.
So this will die.
Mhm.
This will be stunned, and you'll take 4. So then post-combat, we are just going to try to not die, but it's probably not going to work. 1, 2, play Watcher the Spheres. It's a bird, makes creature with flying cost 1 less when you cast another creature, or whenever another creature with flying enters, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn.
Doesn't help.
Is that okay?
I'm not
Yeah,
a real
you got
bird.
it. I appreciate
And
you
then-
asking every time.
Hey, I know you're a control player, Krim. Champions and Beyond, X3, to make 3 heroes. Krim, is that okay? Now I'm going to ask even more explicitly.
How much mana do you have open?
I have 3.
That's
Sure.
kind of nuts.
You got it.
Boom. Heroes assemble. I feel like a real X-Men now. Go ahead, Krim.
Finally, you can join the
It's
X-Men.
finally happening.
Avengers
turn.
have been assembled.
I'm leaving up the strip mine in case you try to kill me, and then I will get your best land so fast. I'm just saying. We could have a truce.
That's
Can we just draw
bracket for me,
cards
at
for a few
least.
turns, Krim? Maybe like 4 or 5
That's
turns, and then
all
we'll reevaluate
could convince
where
me.
we're at.
I'll vote not in favor of that. I feel like
You're dead. You don't have a vote.
We deserve an ending.
You're in watch as long as we keep playing.
Ah.
Those are
I'm
the
gonna-
rules of Commander class.
Brutal. See, I'm not even the real villain. It was over.
Remember when we thought the game was over on like turn 6?
I'm going to exile my own Kefka, the Dancing Mad, and I'm going to proliferate with Lulu.
Ooh.
And I'm going to proliferate your stun counter on your land.
Oh, I forgot there's a stun counter on it. Yeah. All right.
I'm going to shock this land in, the Watery Grave. And now it might be time.
I got the strip mine, Krim.
3. Yeah, you do. Thank you for reminding me, actually. I'm going to just go ahead and Toxic Deluge X is 2.
That's toxic.
Strip mine. What's your best land over there, Krim?
Xander's Lounge?
You got no creature lands or anything?
No,
right? Nothing
no.
like
They
that.
got the starting town.
All right,
started
I
down.
need the Urborg to keep my Bloodstained Mire going. So
You're
we'll hit the triome, whatever your triome is. Blow
Okay.
that up.
I'll float a black off of that.
So I lose my heroes in the Watcher.
I will have Sephiroth trigger, so that's +4 for me and -4 for you.
triggers.
How many cards do you have in hand?
2.
All right,
But
I'm going
they're
to spend.
pretty good. I'm mourning, yeah.
I hope so,
They're
because I'm
all
going to
good
cast
cards.
Bandit's Talent. When
Oh,
when it
come on,
enters,
Grim.
each
Come on,
opponent discards
Grim.
2 cards.
Come
and they discard
on.
a
What are we playing Standard last summer? My
Yeah,
God.
is
this
All
a
I'll
Turgid
pitch the
deck?
bet call. Take 2, down to 7.
I draw a card.
I might actually just be dead.
I hope so.
I'm going to go ahead and play Coruscation Mage with Offspring.
Nah.
Oh.
It is a wizard.
That's some damage.
Yeah, that's some pinging.
It's also a double offspring trigger.
Yeah.
I'm definitely
So-
Oh, right. Because it's a wizard on Roaming Throne.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How many cards in hand, Seth?
Why do I feel like you're just mocking me,
Jesus
Grim?
Christ.
One. 2 last time you asked 5 minutes ago.
I can't let him have
alright,
one
alright,
card in
alright.
hand. You
I'm
gotta
just gonna-
Right here,
close
right
the
here.
tree.
Okay, I'm going to go to combat then.
Oh, you're not going to make me discard it? Okay.
No,
Yeah,
Kefka's
Because you're going to
make you
discard it from
obviously.
Kefka. Currently, that's all I have because everything's -2, so Lulu doesn't
Oh,
do anything.
right. With
Double
your
trigger.
Kefka trigger on the stack, I will play Plume Creed Escort. It's a
Don't know what
2/1
that does.
flyer flash. When it enters, it gives something hexproof until end of turn, which will target the Choco.
I'm going to respond to that.
I
I'm going
bet
to
you are.
sink
Grim.
into stupor. I'll send it back to your
Oh.
hand.
It's even worse.
Oh,
rough.
all right.
So rough.
That will
discard
already.
it.
So
I'll
this-
discard it.
This pings for
down to
6
It's down to 5. Oh, it pings for 6, and I'm just
because
dead.
I have 3 Coruscation Mages.
Thank
They'll
God.
double
Oh,
trigger.
right. And they're double triggering because of the Roman. That's actually lethal. Because they have
So
to
he played-
discard and
so
take the
Grim
damage to
on stack.
Liliana's caress.
Wow.
And
Stuck.
in the end, the Wizards. What a wild game. This was a game I thought was going to end
I was-
after like a half hour and we play game 2. And it ended up being a super long grind fest. Hopefully y'all liked seeing some Final Fantasy action. And if you did, don't worry, because there's going to be more coming in the future because the set's super sweet. But thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed it this week. And we'll be back next week with another one. So until then, have a great week. And this is the crew signing out.